Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Another video, three news stories. Firstly, leaked phone calls between Fano commanders and some YouTubers. Since yesterday, we have been seeing these calls. Secondly, TPLF has filed a case for registration of its status reportedly. Thirdly, Ethiopia last night issued a very strong statement about Somalia. Is Ethiopia proposing arms embargo on Somalia? Because last two paragraphs of the statement issued by Ethiopian Ministry of Foreign Affairs are very meaningful. First news story is about leaked recordings of phone calls between Fano commanders and YouTubers who are pro Fano. By the way, almost on daily basis, we're seeing leaked phone calls being shared in social media by Prosperity Party Ethiopian government-backed activists. Who is recording? Who is leaking these calls? Obviously, the government. Government is tracking these calls. Government is tracking the movement. At least government is tracking digital presence of Fano commanders and diaspora activists, diaspora journalists who support Fano. I've seen two calls leaked in the past 24 hours. First call is between Mr. McConnell and the Fano commander. The two talk about Assegid McConnell, the show Fano commander who was arrested by security forces this week. And Massey asks the Fano commander about the impact of Assegid's arrest on Fano's struggle. Will it weaken Fano? The commander said, yes, it's a significant development. And Massey then tells him to stop that. He should not say that. For propaganda purpose, he should say that no, it won't have any impact on Fano's capabilities. Second phone call is between another YouTuber and a Fano commander. They talk about Assegid McConnell, and here the Fano commander tells in the story about Assegid McConnell. And he says that Assegid McConnell is not the type of man that he would end up in the hands of government easily. So something is fishy. He implied that Assegid McConnell was not arrested, he just surrendered and he did not fight back. That everything was according to a plan. These two phone calls leaked. We don't know what is happening internally, but the way these YouTubers are taking Fano commanders on board, talking to them, then taking them live or uh, publishing communication with them, it's very easy for intelligence agency of Ethiopia to track these communications. And I told you, if you remember, I told you that Assegid McConnell was also arrested because reportedly the intelligence agency of Ethiopia came to know of his whereabouts. But for these YouTubers, it's money that is driving them to contact these Fano commanders. Fano commanders also want to be popular. They want support from people of Amhara, diaspora support, financial support as well. If they're not in the news, who will support them? So it's a relationship beneficial for both YouTubers and Fano fighters, Fano commanders. But definitely it exposes them. It exposes their location. So they become more vulnerable to be tracked by the Ethiopian intelligence agents. Second reports, reportedly, Tigray People Liberation Front has filed a case with the has lodged an application, you can say, submitted an application to the NEBE, National Election Board of Ethiopia. TPLF is demanding restoration of its original status as a political party. TPLF has been opposing the NEBE's instruction that TPLF should file a case for registration as a new political party. MRB asked TPLF to contact NEBE to solve this issue. Now, TPLF has contacted NEBE, but it is not agreeing with NEBE's instructions. Let's see, what will NEBE do now? Will it officially reject TPLF's case, TPLF's application? If it officially rejects TPLF's case for reinstatement, it would be a big blow to the Tigray people. I believe that NEBE will keep this application pending. NEBE is under federal government control. Federal government would like TPLF to be on good terms with Getachew group. It doesn't want TPLF to kick out Getachew and his supporters. So I think this application will not be rejected. That's my analysis. Let's see what happens. Last viewers, Ethiopia last time issued a strong statement about Somalia. Generally, we've been seeing since January this year that Ethiopia showed very restraint, showed lots of restraint in its relation with Somalia. After Ethiopia signed MOU with Somaliland, Somalia began a campaign of criticism against Ethiopian government, against Ethiopian PM, but Ethiopia showed restraint, but last night's statement is indicative of the frustration which Ethiopian government is facing. And it seems to be demanding an arms embargo without saying it clearly. Ethiopia says that the statement, it states that Somalia is involved in publishing false allegations against Ethiopia, provocative statements being issued by Somalia's government officials, denying Ethiopian role in rebuilding reconstruction in Somalia. It has been ongoing for some time, but Ethiopia is showing restraint. Ethiopia will continue showing this restraint. It wants brother relations with Somalia. Then, the important point, the crux of this statement, Ethiopia is concerned because of proliferation of weapons, trafficking of small arms and light weapons. It is asking regional countries to intervene. Why is that? Suddenly Ethiopia is becoming concerned about proliferation of weapons. It is asking regional countries to intervene. Well, you know that a few days ago in Gulmudug regional state, Gulgudug region, some weapon shipments which had been seized by Somalia's intelligence agency were attacked by local militias. They attacked the vehicles, they stole, they robbed entire shipment, AK-47, RPGs, etc. were robbed by militias. After that, Somalia's government imposed complete ban on weapon selling, ammunition selling, and we saw that Puntland issued statements calling for reinstatement of arms embargo on Somalia. Somalia remained under arms embargo for years. It was lifted a few months ago.